Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com with Finster. Hi, Finster. Hello, how are you? Here with thematic transformations. I don't know how many transformations she'll be able to put up with, but we'll see. I love this series. This is really telling us something about the inner workings of some of these pieces. And also it helps to focus your attention not only on what to listen for when you play it, but whether or not the performers know what they're doing in revealing this to you, because this is all stuff that ought to be easily audible and readily heard. Finster, come here, be a good girl. Okay, there we go. Now we get to watch her lick her butt while we talk about this. We're talking about thematic transformations in Mahler's Fifth Symphony. Yes, the one that most people do badly, that has more horrible recordings than any other Mahler symphony. I mean, it's really kind of fascinating how badly this gets done. And it might be that if more performers were really paying attention to some of these issues, the performances would be better. I mean, that's just a theory. And Mahler's Fifth is an extraordinarily rich work and very tightly organized. Oh, there you go. That's a good girl. It has 5 movements, and they're related to each other in interesting ways. Movements 1 and 2 are thematically related and attached, with number 1 sort of forming an introduction to number 2, and numbers 4 and 5 are thematically related, and they're attached, with number 4 forming an introduction to number 5. And in the middle is this enormous scherzo in waltz tempo, this gigantic, fascinating, amazingly expressive piece of music. Probably the longest symphonic scherzo, I think, like almost any symphony. It's about between 15 and 18 minutes long. I can't think of another one that lasts longer, actually, offhand. I mean, I'm sure there are some, but, you know. The scherzo of Bruckner's Eighth maybe is almost, if you take it slowly. Anyway, that's not the point. It's big, and that's what matters. And there are actual shared themes between the various movements, and those are obvious. I mean, Mahler repeats them almost literally. He never quite repeats anything exactly literally, right? Finster, don't you agree? Hey, honey. There you go. Hi. Okay. I just love my cats. I'm sorry. Anyway, so yeah, he almost never repeats anything literally. But this particular symphony, I'm going to focus on 3 elements, one of which is very well known. I think most people here, obviously. The others, maybe a little bit less so. But we're going to begin with the principal motive that runs through all of the parts, not necessarily all the movements, but all of the parts of the symphony. That motive you hear right at the beginning. Absolutely, right at the beginning of the opening funeral march. And here it is. That was with Marcus Stenz and the Gürzenich Orchestra Köln on Records. Yeah, so there it is. Da 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 dum da da bwom. That's it. That's the motive. It's just this descending thing that you usually hear a couple of times, 3 times here. It could be 2 things later. It has 3 notes. Sometimes it has 4. The rhythm could be a little different, but it's that gesture, that descending gesture, and it is so obvious. So I have prepared a mashup of all of its appearances throughout the symphony in various forms, sometimes more than once in a single movement. But generally speaking, it will give you the whole idea. Now, in the second movement, it is the thematic substance of its main theme. The theme is da 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 dum da 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 dum. Get it? Da 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 dum. It's 4 notes now, but it's the same idea. Da 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 dum ba ba dum da 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 dum. See, it's the same thing. There you go. And so I've got a bunch of those. It appears there, and it appears at the climax of that movement. It just permeates the second movement. Mahler just drums it into your brain. It's incredible. So we've got a couple examples from there. In the scherzo, it's a very simple trumpet, it's a trumpet call initially, and then it's other things. It's ya da 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 dum, wa da 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 dum. It's got 5 notes in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Da 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 dum, da 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 dum. But it's almost exactly the same as da 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 dum. Well, actually, it has 5 notes in the second movement too sometimes, doesn't it? Yes, it does. It morphs. It transforms. That's the whole point. From 3 notes to 4 notes to 5 notes, but it's all in there. So we've got that bit of the scherzo. And then the finale. The finale is like the second movement. It's parallel to the second movement in the structure, and its themes are made largely of that idea. Ya-da-da-da, ya-da-da-da. And the theme, the beautiful opening theme, ya-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's very contrapuntal. So it's woven into the fabric of the melody, often in the bass. You hear da-da-da-da, like that. And I'm going to play you that. And then there's the zippy one, which is the same thing. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. It does that, which is obviously the same motive that we heard in the scherzo, that we heard in the first movement and the second movement and all that. And the symphony ends with it, the whole ending. Yeah, da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. And strings go rushing up, and it's ba-da-da-da, da crash. That's the end. It's really fascinating. I mean, that's how that motive goes. So here is the mashup of the evolution of that motive throughout the entire symphony. Oh, sorry about that. Here you go. Yeah, very clear, and it's little things like that that really help you to listen to long works and understand that they're all part of a single coherent musical organism. I always do this when I talk about musical organisms with my hands. I don't know why. This is my musical organism in Hurwitz sign language, I guess. So there you go. So the next theme actually only concerns the Adagietto, the fourth movement, and the fifth movement. The middle section of the Adagietto is this wonderful, yearning, romantic. It's full of Sehnsucht, as they say auf Deutsch, longing, desperate longing for something, and nostalgia and all that. And that comes back as a very graceful, charming, grazioso melody in the finale. As an episode, the finale is a rondo, an A, B, A, C, A, D, A, E, whatever it is. It's a complicated rondo with very busy fugal, contrapuntal sections and all that. But when that fugue stuff subsides, we get this lovely, lovely tune from the previous movement. Now, this happens exactly the same way, almost the same way in the first and second movements. But it's much easier to hear. Hey, easy. Oh. So much for the cat. Okay, we got pretty far. But it's much easier to hear in the first two movements, as I was saying, because Mahler keeps the tempo the same. And so the quotation is much more literal sounding than it is in the fourth and fifth movements. So here is that moment, that central episode of the Adagio, and then the speeded up version. He just doubles or triples the tempo, and you get an entirely different theme. But actually, the transformation is remarkably faithful to its original appearance. It's just faster. Here it is. And that's a very well-known example that most people mention. It's not a surprise, but the one that is a surprise, this is the one that absolutely blew my mind when I finally figured it out. And I only figured it out recently. It's not like you listen to these things and all of a sudden it's all like obvious. But it is absolutely real and correct. I'm sure of it. Sometimes when you think things sound similar, and they do have similarities and family resemblances, and but they're not directly transformative. One doesn't arise naturally out of the other necessarily, because there are all kinds of in-between cases. And we have to be careful. We have to be careful not to push it too far, I think. We really do. But in these cases, I think I'm on pretty firm ground. I really do. So, and here's the cool thing. That theme of the Adagietto, that gorgeous, beautiful, romantic thing that gets played separately all the time, that was Mahler's most famous piece in his lifetime and whatnot, that tune is a transformation of the opening funeral march. And it really is. So I'm going to show you this by breaking them down. I want to play the opening theme of the funeral march, just the first phrase, big phrase of it actually, and then the Adagietto. Notice that both of them occur in three little phrases. Da 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 da, one, da 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 da, two, da da da, dum ba da ba da dum ba da da dum, three, all in rhythm. Here it is. And then the Adagietto is phrased exactly the same way. Ya da 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 da, ya da 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 da, ya da 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 da. 1, 2, 3. Yes, here it is. And they have the same shape. That is this rising shape and falling shape. They rise and fall the same way. And they, the whole trajectory is the same. And they go on like that. You could keep doing this. So what I now have done is made a mashup. So you could hear this really closely, right next to each other. The opening phrase by phrase, 1 compared to 1, 2 compared to 2, 3 compared to 3. Funeral March, Adagietto, Funeral March, Adagietto, Funeral March, Adagietto, with like quarter-second pauses between them. And it's fascinating. Trust me on this one. Just listen and see. You're dealing with the same idea, transformed. It's so cool. Oh boy, is that neat. It gives me a chill just thinking about it. Here it is. I hope you heard that. I really do, because I just think it's incredible. And I don't know, maybe others have analyzed this symphony and mentioned this. I don't know. I don't know the whole literature, but I just think that's an amazing thing. It shows you the beauty of thematic transformation, that Mahler, and the genius of Mahler, of course, that you could take this really, really seriously gloomy funeral march and turn it into this transcendental love poem, as some people have called it. And it is essentially the same thing. And it puts a whole different complexion, I think, on the unity of the symphony, and on our intention as listeners when we approach these big works, to really understand that they are a single thing, that they express a coherent thought. I don't have to put my fingers together again. And they really are astounding. I mean, it's just astounding. And you don't notice it. I didn't notice. I've listened to this thing for 25 years before I noticed that. But it was there. And whether or not we're conscious of it, we hear it. And the fact that we hear it gives us a at least subliminal feeling of satisfaction and knowledge that there's intention behind all of this. The composers are not just, emoting and writing down whatever occurs to them at random and just spouting off notes, that there's really serious thought behind all of this, all of these magnificent musical structures that are the Mahler symphonies and the symphonies of other composers of this period. So yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed these thematic transformations, and that they'll give you a little proprietary glee when you listen to Mahler's Fifth Symphony the next time. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.